Welcome back to J-Car Mania, the place where horsepower meets heartbeats, and today we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated performance cars of the decade, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429. This isn't just another muscle car revival. This is a modern engineering marvel wrapped in heritage, a car that takes the legendary Boss 429 name from the golden era of the late 60s and reimagines it with cutting-edge technology, brutal performance, and just the right amount of nostalgic soul. Ford has gone all in to make sure the new Boss 429 is more than a badge, it's a statement. Let's start with the performance because that's where this beast really roars. Under the sculpted hood lies a naturally aspirated 7.0-liter V8, an engine displacement that pays homage to the original Boss 429's big block heritage. But this isn't some old-school iron block relic. It's a modern aluminum architecture with forged internals, titanium connecting rods, and a high compression ratio to squeeze every drop of power out of each combustion cycle. The result is an astonishing 850 horsepower and 720 pound-feet of torque, numbers that put it in the rare territory where muscle car meets supercar. Ford has kept this car naturally aspirated on purpose, and you feel the payoff the moment you push the throttle. There's zero turbo lag, no supercharger whine, just an immediate, raw surge of power that keeps building all the way to its 8,200 RPM redline. The induction note is pure mechanical music, and the exhaust system, a free-flowing active valve setup, produces an unapologetically loud growl that turns into a primal scream at full tilt. This is an engine you don't just drive, you experience. Paired with this engine is a 6-speed Tremec manual transmission for purists, with a close ratio gearbox that feels tight, precise, and incredibly rewarding. For those who prefer lightning-fast shifts, Ford offers a 10-speed automatic with paddle shifters, tuned specifically for the Boss 429's power delivery. Both transmissions are paired with a reinforced rear differential and a carbon fiber driveshaft to handle the immense torque without compromise. Acceleration is staggering. From a standstill, the 2026 Boss 429 launches to 60 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds, and the quarter mile comes up in the high tens at over 135 miles per hour. Yet what's more impressive than the raw numbers is how controllable it feels when you're on the edge. Ford's latest traction management system, integrated with a sophisticated launch control, lets you get off the line with minimal wheel spin while still feeling every ounce of mechanical connection to the car. Handling is another area where Ford has refused to let the Boss 429 be a one-trick pony. It's not just about straight-line dominance. The suspension setup makes this a surprisingly agile muscle car. At the front, you've got a double ball-joint independent suspension with adaptive MagneRide dampers, and at the rear, a multi-link independent design also with adaptive damping. These systems constantly adjust to road conditions and driving style, stiffening up for high-speed cornering and softening just enough for daily comfort when you're not hunting apexes. The steering is electric, but Ford's engineers have tuned it to feel hydraulic in weight and response. There's genuine feedback through the wheel, letting you know exactly what the front tires are doing. Combined with massive Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, 305s in the front and 325s in the rear, the grip levels are outstanding. You can push it deep into a corner, feel the chassis load up, and then unleash the power on exit without a hint of instability. Braking is handled by a set of Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, 16.5-inch rotors in the front clamped by 6 piston calipers, and 15-inch rotors in the rear with 4 piston calipers. Stopping power is brutal but easy to modulate, giving you the confidence to dive into corners hard or bring the car to a dead stop from triple-digit speeds without drama. Brake fade is virtually non-existent, even after repeated high-speed stops, making this Boss 429 track day ready right out of the box. The aerodynamics of the 2026 model have been meticulously refined. It's not about adding wild wings or over-the-top vents, it's about functional, integrated design. A subtle front splitter, vented hood, and underbody panels work together to increase downforce and reduce drag. There's also an active rear spoiler that automatically adjusts its angle depending on speed and driving mode, ensuring stability at high speeds without compromising efficiency. Speaking of driving modes, the Boss 429 offers 5 distinct settings: normal, sport, track, drag, and wet snow. Each one recalibrates throttle response, suspension stiffness, steering weight, and stability control thresholds. In track mode, the car becomes razor sharp, with lightning-quick throttle response and a suspension that feels glued to the pavement. In drag mode, the launch control is optimized for maximum straight-line acceleration. And when the weather turns ugly, wet snow mode dials everything back to keep you safe. Now, while performance is the heart of the Boss 429, Ford hasn't ignored the driver's environment. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cockpit that blends modern Mustang DNA with special touches unique to this model. The seats are Recaro Performance buckets wrapped in premium leather and Alcantara, offering excellent lateral support without sacrificing long-distance comfort. The Boss 429 logo is embroidered into the headrests, a constant reminder of what you're driving. The steering wheel is a flat-bottomed, Alcantara-wrapped unit with a red center marker at the 12 o'clock position, perfect for track driving. Behind it, a fully digital 12.4-inch instrument cluster provides customizable displays, from classic dual gauges to a performance-oriented layout with a massive tack front and center. The graphics are crisp, the transitions are smooth, and it all feels futuristic yet driver-focused. The center console features Ford's latest Sync 5 infotainment system with a 13.2-inch touchscreen. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the interface is fast, intuitive, and easy to use. But in a car like this, it's more about the performance data, G-force readouts, lap timers, oil temperature, tire pressures, all of which can be displayed on the main screen or the instrument cluster. The sound system is a premium B&O setup, but honestly, most drivers will prefer the symphony coming from that 7.0-liter V8. Build quality feels solid, with soft touch materials on the dash and door panels, real aluminum trim, and carbon fiber accents scattered tastefully throughout. Despite its hardcore nature, the Boss 429 doesn't feel stripped down. You still get dual-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, and a full suite of driver assist features like adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. Ford knows that many owners will daily drive this car, and it's been built to handle that without sacrificing its raw, unfiltered character. One of the most impressive aspects of the 2026 Boss 429 is how it balances old-school muscle car spirit with modern refinement. It's loud, aggressive, and unapologetic when you want it to be, yet it's civilized enough for a long highway cruise. The adaptive suspension smooths out rough roads, the cabin is surprisingly quiet at steady speeds, and the gearing allows for relaxed highway cruising without constantly buzzing the engine. Fuel economy isn't a priority here, but the advanced cylinder deactivation system and variable valve timing help it achieve respectable numbers for such a massive engine. You're looking at around 17 mpg combined if you drive with restraint, but let's be honest, restraint is not why you buy a Boss 429. This car is also about presence. The exterior design commands attention with its wide stance, aggressive front fascia, and muscular rear haunches. The hood bulge isn't just for show, it's functional, feeding air directly to the massive V8 underneath. The LED lighting signature is sharp and modern, while the overall silhouette stays true to Mustang heritage. It's a car that turns heads wherever it goes, whether parked or in motion. In a performance landscape increasingly dominated by downsized turbo engines, hybrids, and electric powertrains, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429 is a defiant roar against the current. It's a car built for enthusiasts who value the visceral connection between man, machine, and road. Every input you make is met with a mechanical response that feels alive, immediate, and unfiltered. Driving this car is an event. You feel the engine through the seat, hear every growl and crackle from the exhaust, and sense the chassis working with you as you carve through corners. It's an immersive experience that few modern cars can replicate. Ford hasn't just built a fast Mustang. They've built a driver's car that honors its legendary name while pushing the boundaries of what a naturally aspirated V8 can do in the modern era. For those who grew up idolizing the original Boss 429 or for younger enthusiasts who simply crave the thrill of a raw, high-revving American muscle car, the 2026 model delivers in every possible way. It's brutally quick, astonishingly capable in the corners, comfortable enough to live with, and absolutely dripping with character. It's proof that even in a world of electrification, there's still room for an unapologetically analog driving experience. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429 isn't just a car, it's a celebration of everything that makes driving exciting. And for that reason alone, it's destined to become not just a future classic, but one of the most talked about performance cars of its generation.